Hi and welcome to DEPHEMEREMBER, your daily ephemera inspiration in December. Hopefully this intro isn't too nerve-wracking for you after hearing it so often, and hopefully you are ready for prompt number 15, Sparkle and Book Page. This combination, sparkle and book page, always brings this prayer book or Bible page thingy to my mind. So I have chosen some really old pages from a really old prayer book, some acrylic paints and these perfect pearls powders. I would like to make a page today that's really elegant and sparkling, of course, that I later on can glue into my junk journal. For that plan, I have made a little stencil just by punching a circle out of a scrapbooking paper. So you've just seen me doing this. If you don't have a circle punch, of course, you can also use some scissors and cut a circle out of this. And then we are going to need something that's round as well and a little bit bigger than this first circle that we've made. That will make sense in a second. I would like to paint the smaller inner circles with black acrylic paint, and then later on I would like to cut around the bigger circle so that I get a frame around this black thingy where you can still see this beautiful writing of this book page. I have prepared two of these book pages because one I want to use as my background, as my base, where I can glue the rest that I will cut out on top. Next, I'm taking a normal paintbrush and some black acrylic paint, and now I'm beginning to cover these circles with black acrylic paint. I made the experience that with really cheap acrylic paint, it's hard to get a nice black. So I would like to recommend to paint 2 layers of black acrylic paint, dry them in between, and then you will get a really cool and really dark black result. And then we are going to need these little guys here. So these are some random elements from my stash that can roll really good or slide over the paper later really good. So there are some coins, some broken jewelry, some pearls and that stuff. And then I would like to take this acrylic paint. This is a really cheap one as well. It's really liquid. But for this project, it's good that the acrylic paint is not so hard. I'm adding some water to make sure that the little pieces in my glass here can be covered with this mixture of acrylic paint and water and that they can move around really well. And here I'm trying out how much paint and water I need. It's a good idea to close this glass and shake it around so that you can see on the one hand that everything is covered really well, and on the other hand you can feel how easy they will move out of the glass later. So that will make sense in a second. I've decided that I want to try something out here that I've never done before. The plan is to make some really random and unusual golden marks to my paper that you probably will not get by spritzing or splattering or that kind of technique. So this is an experiment for me as well, and I have never done that before, as I said, but I have decided that I want to show you my experiments here as well, because I would like to encourage you to take this technique and make something new out of it, perhaps. I thought perhaps you watch this video and you think, oh, that's a cool idea, that looks great, and I can take this and transform it into something new. Perhaps that's an inspiration for you. I'm just taking the glass now and turning it around, and I'm putting it to my book page. You have to do that with really hard pressure. So like this bam effect. You've heard that. So otherwise the pieces will stick in your glass and they will not come out. And when you have put the glass to your book page, then please make sure that you look at this arrangement a little bit from another angle than you can see it here in the camera. Just go down a little bit with your eyes and look from the side to this arrangement, and then take a photo of this. This is such a cool thing when these pieces lay on this black and book page background that looks so cool that it's definitely worth it to take some photos. I think you can also print them out and use them in your junk journals as well. That's a really cool thing. I can't show you that here in the camera, but please believe me, just do that. And it's also a good idea to take a second book page that you can lay next to the other one, so that you can make sure that you don't cover your table too much with golden paint. And when you let them fall to the other, when you let these little pieces fall to the other page, you have a golden splattered page at the same time. I mean, you can use that as collage fodder or something like that, or make another beautiful background out of this. It's a little bit, some kind of a messy thing, but it's definitely worth it. When this is dry, it looks like this, and I'm taking one of these pages and now I'm cutting my circles with my die cut machine. As I said, this is now a little bit bigger so that we get some kind of a frame around where we still can see this beautiful writing of this book page. If you don't have a die cut machine, of course you can cut that with some scissors. And here I have this special die cut with this interesting frame. If you don't have something like that, please look around what you have at hand. Sometimes in packages of sweets or chocolate or something like that, you can find a similar shape like this, and then you can sometimes there's this little protection paper on top of the chocolate, and then this closing part of the box comes on top. And do you know what I mean? These little things can of course also be used for such a project. Just look around what you have, what looks interesting to you, and then you can take that, make the hole inside, and then you will also have such a beautiful frame like this one here. You could also take a paper doily for this step of this project. And here you can see me trying to arrange these elements. These bigger circles that I've cut out last, I've just covered with some gesso for more contrast on my page. And here I had the problem that this idea that was in my mind was not so clear when I have started the project. And when I had this in front of my eyes in reality, I had the problem that I couldn't bring my imagination and the reality together. So I had some problems, but then I came to the idea to just cut one of my black circles and bring that to this frame of the book page. In the step before, I had too much black in the middle of the page, and now I think this looks way more interesting, and why not cutting what you have created before? I think this is some kind of a cool arrangement, and I think Barbara from 49 Dragonflies, who's collaborating with me during this December daily series, would be really proud of me, because I've used 3 of these white elements, and I also think her tip of using 3 of the same elements in an irregular triangle is really cool and really helpful, and I think this tip made this page work at the moment. So Barbara, thank you very much. Here is the next letter for our giveaway. If you are new to my channel and perhaps this is the first video that you are watching of this series, then please check out the info box. There is every information that you need to enter this giveaway. And because this book page comes from this prayer book, or this, I think That's the English word, prayer book, yeah. I wanted to have it in a really extreme style so that you can put it into a prayer journal later as well. So I've decided to make this black frame around, but of course you don't have to do that. You can use any color that you want and that you like or that matches your project. To make this sparkling effect way more extreme, I have taken a stencil and then I went over this with my embossing ink pad. And in the next step, I would like to try to use these Perfect Pearls powders. I have not so much experience with these powders, but they were gifted to me the other day and I thought I have to try them out. Otherwise, they would be in my stash forever and I will not use them. So, yeah, DEPHEMEREMBER is something like doing things that you normally won't do. Come out of your comfort zone. And that's what I'm trying here with these powders as well. I'm trying to do something that I normally probably wouldn't do, but this effect is really, really cool. And this is so shiny in the end. Unbelievable. Here's the next letter for the giveaway. So please write that down. Perhaps you have an imagination of this sentence that you will get in the end that you need to enter the giveaway. Perhaps you have something that makes sense already. So the rest of this powder, I'm just trying to get away with a dry paintbrush, and I bring it back into this little container. And if you want to fix those Perfect Pearl powders, you need a really fine mist of water. I have spritzed that to my page and then dried it again. I don't know why this is not in this video. I think my camera stopped recording, but you have to do that to fix this and to make it durable. In the last step, I've spritzed some of these copper acrylic paint splatters and some black splatters as well. And if you managed it to watch this video until the end, then I have a little surprise for you now. I've made a little freebie for you. The link is down below in the description box. Please enjoy playing with this little paper download that you will get there. Don't forget to check out 49 Dragonfly's channel today to see her result of today's prompt. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.